get a check of your first alert forecast. Bring in Tony Sadiku right now. Tony, you've been mentioning all week the morning commute was going to be a mess, and it looks like it's starting to come to fruition.
Yeah, Chris, it is messy already. So as we kind of take a closer look at where that Mobile 2 is and where the radar is showing things are right now, it is snow as the drive has been basically from Tarrytown to White Plains, and you get a sense that you're starting to see some of that accumulating on the sides of the roads. I think I saw a worker there just spreading a little salt on the sidewalks. All of that's going to be key on a day like this. Here's a bigger picture. You want to be careful on the ride this morning. I mean, roads are damp. It's a mix coming down, as you heard from Christy earlier. I mean, at times it looks like snow. At times it kind of changes to the sleet, to rain, to mixed situation. It's 30 degrees and cold enough that anything that falls is sticking. So just be mindful of that. Even if it's just a walk, you know, with the dog too this morning, you typically get some exercise in the morning. I might hold off into the afternoon on a day like this. Spring Lake is 32, but I want to show you this too. Because remember how yesterday we had winds that were coming in out of the north and dragging in the colder air yesterday? Coldest of the week, right? But now the winds are starting to shift, and we're bringing in out of the south and east. What's that doing to our weather? Well, the onshore breeze will eventually usher in a milder trend. Not dramatically so, but enough that as snow falls and accumulates, eventually we're going to cut back on that. Going to reduce the accumulation of snow. But on the flip side, now we're going to introduce the threat for the mix, okay? So right now, most of what we're seeing is snow to mix. Eventually, we may see more of a mix as we transition to what will eventually be rain, and that's how this ends for the city in many locations, not everybody. So this is a system we're watching racing through. I mean, this is bringing snow through parts of, Wisconsin and parts of, New York and Pennsylvania as well. And all this has to go somewhere. So we're not missing out. Of course, right now, already busy on the radar. 8 o'clock. Where does that leave us? We still have snow falling through the Hudson Valley. So it's snowing now. It's snowing through 8 o'clock. You can expect there to be issues and accumulations on the roads. Untreated surfaces will be slick. Then the transition now is we're ushering in milder air. So now we're getting above freezing. So it's rain to the south. That rain moves into the north. And eventually this ends as rain from the city on South Long Island by 11:30. It's all rain. So it's slushy. The ground is slushy. It's a mess. And to the north, could you hang on to a little bit of that freezing rain before it's all done by afternoon? Still looking at a couple inches of snow to the north and west. That's the best candidates for a little bit more accumulations. Just a coating to an inch before this mixes into the south. Briefly snow. This mixes here pretty quickly. And notice the ice accumulations here. Same story. North and west is where I think you'll see the best chance for that and the longest duration of that through about noon today. It's not incredible numbers. It's not necessarily an ice storm, thank goodness, but ice is a component to this event. So a messy morning, system goes by, start to catch a break with gusty winds moving in tomorrow, and then the focus will shift to the next round, which starts to move in late Saturday into Sunday. The good news about that is I see Sundays mainly dry, so by the time you head into any Super Bowl parties with friends or family, weather is much more improved. And next week starts off cold but quiet, and then you see that next snow chance on Tuesday. That one looks to probably be the snowiest event of the next 3. So
oh boy,
plenty of time to watch it. So not locking in on a number, but yes.
It looks
Stay
like
tuned.
we could be, get a pile.
Like 14 to 20 inches, nothing much.
No, we're not going there.
Kind of fun, though.